fight.
It's all over.
I want y'all to tell me
right
that this man is 27 years old, not Daniel Dubois.
And
this was a crazy fight.
Square, I think, as well, and he's got no resistance against the shot at all. It was a fantastic
TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live.
Well, he took a few risks tonight there, who gambled on his power against Lartey's power.
They got to see the replay.
Some parts of it,
so Daniel Dubois has knocked out this dude.
Really controlled. And another part, he just sort of took a real gamble.
Richard Lartey.
Really uncorked a huge right hand, though, to put
He's
Lartey
claiming
down.
To be 27,
Dubois,
but he looks like he's 47. No bullshit.
For the 11th time and for the 10th
we'll be right
time
back.
Inside the distance. Maybe took a few more shots than one or two might like to see, but as people say, you don't get into the pond without getting your toes wet.
But also, you know, I think he showed a decent chin, I'd be fair. He took a few shots, but what he also showed as well is that he can be hit, he can be knocked back, and he can be in the middle. That was a real exciting fight, wasn't it, for while it lasted, and that's what you want to see in the heavyweight division.
There's the right hand, that's what did it. It was as
Lartey
was trying to unload himself, and he caught him, as Barry said, square, bang, and down he went.
There's just no resistance when you're caught like that on your heels.
You got to see his face.
And I also think the accumulation of shots as well. He's taking some heavy punches, and
I think that he dyed the beard because it's gray.
That's a great shot. Look at that, right on the button, that right hand.
But is that man in the ring?
Right on the button. It's a great shot.
The same man that you see right here? I think not.
Hand at the same time.
People say this is his son.
Beat into the punch spectacularly.
But again, though, that Dubois gets the knockout, which is fantastic.
Anyway,
in
we're going to talk
about. He was gambling again. This is a kid. You get a little bit of a risk factor about
11-0 with 10 KOs.
Because he was doing
Daniel Dubois.
At range, moving in and out. But he wants
soon to be heavyweight contender,
well,
if it is true.
And he also took one or two tonight, and there'll be those who say, who
I'm a mute right here.
You know,
I'm interested in this post-fight interview. I hope here watching on ESPN Plus they don't cut it. I'm interested in, are they going to go directly with, you know, Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce? Now, I had big, you know, reservations that the Joe Joyce fight could possibly happen because of his affiliation with Al Heyman and Showtime. But, you know, that British title was very important to the road of a lot of British fighters. So this is a good move for him, if it is true, him and Daniel Dubois are going to fight, because it can be a huge, you know, fight. And for a guy like Joe Joyce, who's about 33 years old or something, right? Here, let me look him up. You know, he doesn't really have too much time to play around. You know, so for him, if he was to get that title or to win, you know, at 8-0 with 8 KOs, he's 33. Yeah, he's going to be 34 this year by the time these guys. Now, look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man. Tell me that this man that you see right here is the same man in. That's not the same. That can't be the same, dude. Come on. Come on. So even the BT Sport commentators picked up on it. They was like, yo, you know, he has some visa issues. And maybe because they probably looked at his ID or his passport, looked at him. 27, huh? Come on, fuss, sir. What the fuck, man? But, you know, I've seen some crazy shit happen before. You know, I've seen basically Top Rank kind of smuggle Diego Chavez. He got a crazy. Let's listen in.
Rather than just a really good shot, which he was, I think it was accumulation of punches.
I hope that we get to hear what Frank Warren has to say. I hate when on broadcasts, like international broadcasts, for me it's international, that they cut the content, the extra content. I want to hear all that post-fight shit.
He got it right, ended it at the right time, and Dubois gets the spectacular win.
27, my ass.
Now comes Thomas Treiber to give the formal announcement.
27, my ass.
Here is the official time. 1 minute 50 seconds of round number 4. Your winner by
27,
count-out. And now the WBO Global Heavyweight Champion.
The Luis Ortiz was back.
Daniel Dynamite
Dubois.
What a
Let's see what he has to say.
Situation we have in heavyweight boxing in Britain at the moment. And Daniel Dubois, as he gets that belt wrapped around his waist, is right in
He's
the
ranked
heart
number
of it.
13 by the WBO. Expect for him to be higher next month. And as you know, the WBO and Top Rank and BT Sport and Frank Warren are very close. He's not ranked anywhere else right now in the top 15, meaning right now he can compete for a WBO title if he's choosing via voluntary, but he's not going to be anytime soon. But he's not ranked by any other sanctioning bodies. I expect him to be by the WBC, WBA, and IBF soon. What the hell? The event has ended? No. See? You see? You see? You see what I was talking about? Look. Look. You see? That's not cool, mate. That's not cool, mate. We want to hear from Frank Warren. Nah, maybe it's a little break. What is so hard about them giving us the whole feed? What is so hard about them giving us the whole feed? World Boxing Super Series is about to start. Well, anyway, I wanted to hear what Daniel Dubois had to say about, and Frank Warren about, is Joe Joyce next? Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the Joe Joyce press conference yet. I need to make sure I get on that. So is that what's next? Let me know in the comments. I mean, put it this way, I like Daniel Dubois, being 21 years old, there's still so much you can see he has to work on, or you see they can improve upon. So it's really hard to match him up against guys like, the top brass, because you don't know how he would succeed or how he would do against, that level of competition. But the Joe Joyce fight for both of them, will get to show us, or should show us, who they are. And the winner should be elevated up at least to a top 5 ranking, from the way things are looking, especially when you look at, Big Baby Miller has been eliminated. Dominic Breazeale, May 18th, is likely going to be eliminated. That's the way I look at it when it comes to this heavyweight Game of Thrones thing going on right now. So you got guys like Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois. It makes perfect sense for them to fight, even though, right now they may look at it as being a little bit immature for a Dubois, and with the only 8 fights that Joe Joyce has had. But once again, Joe Joyce is 33. And UK fans should eat a fight like that up. It's a great fight to kind of offset, these big super heavyweight fights, with the guys with the belts like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, because a fight with Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce is like, oh, shit, they making that? Ooh, like it has a certain amount of, like, as I said, seductiveness to it. It's kind of sexy in a boxing way, not like a homoerotic way, in like a boxing way. And then you can see the winner and say, well, let's see what the winner will do against a Povetkin or a Pulev, or where he's going to be, or Derek Chisora, or some shit like that. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Let's see. Maybe they did come back. No, that shit is ended. Damn. Please subscribe.